What a beautiful afternoon for a celebration. You've heard the ringing of our antique bell that's been there since the cupola was installed. And I'm County Judge John Settles. I'd like to welcome you to, on behalf of all elected county officials here in Washington County, to the celebration of the 200th anniversary of this iconic, historic, and wonderfully preserved building that we call the 1816 Courthouse. Welcome. I'd like to recognize a few of our special guests that we have with us today. Representing our Congressman Brett Guthrie, we have Steve Miller. Steve, thank you, Steve. We have our neighboring senator, Senator Jimmy Higdon. Welcome, Jimmy. Good to have you with us. And we have our very own representative, Representative Kim King. Kim, welcome. Have with us Circuit Judge Todd Spalding, back. And our District Judge, Amy Anderson. Amy, thank you for being here. Did I miss anyone? Good. I would like to ask the Boy Scout Troop 429 to come forward. They'll be leading us in the pledge to the flag, and immediately following that, Mark Grider will come forward and sing the national anthem.
Please rise for our Pledge of Allegiance, and please remain standing for our national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Imagine being present on this site, this very site, in 1814. An entry in the court order book on May 9, 1814 states, and I quote, "The courthouse being destroyed by fire, it is ordered that court be adjourned to the upper room of the jail." Many people think that's where we need to be convening now. Obviously, the previous building that stood here was destroyed by fire. Court wasted no time, though. On May 23, 1814, court ordered that Robert Crouch, Paul Jones Booker, John Reed, David Rodman, John Calhoun, Arthur E. Gribbins, and Jacob C. let to the lowest bidder the building of a brick courthouse and contract with the undertaker thereof. end quote. Thomas H. Letcher was the lowest bidder and thus became the undertaker of the courthouse. The court ordered, and the undertaker agreed, that the building was to be turned to face the big road, the road from Danville to Bardstown, which we call Main Street. But it was to occupy no ground south of the old site. So we can accurately say that the front door stood exactly on the site or the side of the original courthouse. It was to be constructed as a fine Georgian brick building. The courthouse was to be completed by April 1816. But on Monday, June 10th, 1816, 2 months afterwards, the court records state that the court adjourned from the Methodist Meeting House and moved to the new courthouse, as you can see, as late as most construction projects are, whereupon the following order was entered upon the court records, and again I quote, "Be it remembered and explicitly understood that the court having adjourned to the courthouse lately erected in the public square of this town, Springfield, but which yet remains unfinished, is in no wise to be construed as a reception of the said house from the undertaker thereof under his contract," which means we're moving in, but it's not completed yet. Records show that Mr. Letcher was to be paid the sum of $5,000 in 2 equal payments, one on October 10, 1815, and an equal payment on October 10, 1816. However, it was in the late fall of 1816 when and I quote again, "the worshipful justices of Washington County declared it accepted and they moved in." The cupola was added, which was a hallmark of all courthouses during that particular time, in 1840 by Jesse Fox. In 1918, Frank Brewer, a Nelson County architect, advised court to construct the portico in the Doric style, which we see here and on the side, and he wanted to add those to the front, which is now the south side, and the west side of the building. Mr. J.F. Pettis won the bid and was paid $3,957. Also on that same year, the iron fence that used to encompass the courtyard was ordered removed and sold. Repairs have been made. Since that time, very little structural change has taken place. Many repairs have been made, many coats have been applied, paint have been applied and eventually removed. The interior has been restored. The exterior has been whitewashed, as seen in some photographs. It's been painted red, and most recently, in the last few years, it's been stripped of that paint to bring it back to its original state. The theme throughout the old records has been repair and preserve. Old things have no value unless they are valued. That is why we're here today, to value this building. We're here to say thank you to the skilled craftsmen that originally constructed this building, and to thank all of our county leaders that have chosen to repair and preserve our beautiful courthouse. So today, I say thank you to this beautiful building, 200 years old, for its service to Washington County. To continue our celebration, we're honored to have the Springfield Presbyterian Church, and they will come perform a patriotic medley.